those opportunities come together into one place until finally it is inevitable, until finally it is going to happen. Such a nexus point, some people say, was an occasion of the discovery of atomic energy and the exploding of the atomic bomb in Japan in 1945. It could not have been avoided, but we have since then, you must agree, been working and trying to figure out what all the probabilities and possibilities are from that event and how to take care of them in the future. Will we allow other people to have atomic weapons? If we do, will they take care of them? Will they not come back and fight us? And so forth and so on. Many different possibilities. There is another nexus point, and let's say one. There is another nexus point which I'm afraid people are talking about, and that is the Antichrist. People equate Antichrist with the beast of Revelation. And if that's true, then they have been talking about this for at least 2,000 years. It's that long since John had his visions and reported as in the book of Revelation. The Antichrist is a nexus point. Apparently, we are unable to stop it and prevent it, that personality from happening. But the key issue will always be, what do we do about it when it happens? How will we react? How will we take care of ourselves? Will we take care of our friends and neighbors, and we continue to love God and man? That's really the issue. Wherever there is bad, there is also good. That too is a nexus point. That too has an inevitability about it, just like good follows evil or goes before it. They somehow come together and it becomes the way the humanity has generally operated. Prophecies are not settled. Prophecies are conditional. Like what? Well, a case in point is like Jonah. Jonah was told to go to Nineveh and tell the king of Nineveh that unless the people changed their mind, unless they did something different, God would visit his wrath upon them. So the king of Nineveh told all his people, put on sackcloth and ashes, because it's very important that they do so. They did that. God withdrew his condemnation and his wrath. Of course, this irritated Jonah because he had gone on a limb. Point of it is, however, that's the kind of conditional prophecy, the conditional characteristic that follows prophecy. What kinds of things can happen? Well, people talk about various sorts of things. They talk about the possibility of World War III. World War III is not predicted. It can be avoided. It doesn't have to happen. What about the people who say, well, the time will come when everybody has to wear a chip in their arm or in their head or something like that? Well, maybe it will be something like that will occur, but it doesn't have to. That too is it's a probability, it's a possibility, and that which may or may not occur, because even now we can avoid doing those things which people would, by which they want us to reduce our privacy and so forth. Well, those are all events that are about to happen. Let me just repeat some of these things to you. how to handle this. A particular writer who I've been following here to some extent, he really doesn't care if the skeptics believe or not, because the main event, I better take a look at a little bit closer, because his main desire is to get those who are open-minded to thinking about the events coming to pass and having a different way of looking at them. He says one or more of these thinkers who are maybe hearing this today or might in the future will be in a position to do something about it. And some of the decisions they make will be colored by what they have read in this book. He says this will be sufficient to alter the events toward favorable outcomes. This will be sufficient to alter the events if you will pay attention to this and then become and try to change the future in that respect. He has another similar statement. But he is not in the sequel to this book. He writes, he, the source of this information, will continue to dazzle us with remarkable foresight. Will he succeed in warning us? Have I succeeded in warning you? Is there still time to change our future? Can we afford to take the chance that this writer is wrong? I pray that we will listen to it, for the things that this source foresaw for our world are too horrible to ignore. And after all, it's the only world we have. Okay. Well, that's about where we are on this particular issue for the moment. We're going to come back with part 6, which we discuss at length something more about the events which are to occur and what we can potentially do about it. When we do that, I know that you will be aware, like I am, that these things have been hard to take, hard to tolerate, we maybe not wanted any of this to be said. But some of it needs to be said, and we need to do some diligence in our lives, and you will have to be the one who does the work.